There's no such thing as sight reading. And just because you can play your music does not necessarily mean that you know how to read music. And students and teachers both are guilty of this myth. The narrative goes like this. Well, I can't play my music at first because I'm not a good sight reader. But if I take to my lesson every week, and I do 5 hours of band rehearsal every week, and I get a recording of the music, and we do weekly sectionals, and we do before and after school rehearsals, and I can listen to the people around me playing it so I can follow along, and we do playing tests of short excerpts of the music, well then 3 months from now, I can play my music, and so now I'm reading my music. Well, no. You're still not reading your music. The only difference is now you can play your part where before you couldn't. You weren't reading it the first time, you weren't reading it the 100th time, and you're not reading it now. You just learned your part now through mindless repetition. Doesn't mean that you don't play very well. Lots of really good musicians are musically illiterate. We have all-state players down here in Texas every year that can't read their way out of a wet paper bag. If you're 4 years old and your mom comes in every night and reads Mother Goose to you, and 6 months later you can recite, "Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon," well, that doesn't mean you can read now. That just means you learned the nursery rhyme because you've heard it so many times. You still can't read. Your mom's the one reading, you're not reading. And so, if you ever wonder, why do we have to do all of these sectionals and rehearsals and playing tests? What? Well, that's because of the illiterate students. A lot of the illiterate students can play very well. It just takes them a really long time to get there, right? And if everyone just learned how to read music, can you imagine how much more productive the band, orchestra, and choir rehearsals would be? How much faster and how much more material you could get through? How much time you could save? My name's Mark Dooley. I've been a private music teacher for 36 years, focused on practical theory and music literacy. If you want to hear more, follow me. If you'd like lessons, contact me, and if you can learn how to read words, you can learn how to read music.